Welcome students, this is Ravi Shankar. See, today in this video we are going to see the remaining example problems, and we have to see some more 4 problems, I think so. And the first problem that we are going to see today is example problem 1.20. So very well, you can take your book. So example problem number 1.20 we have to go with. So let us see what is the problem. See, a parallel plate capacitor has a square plates of side 5 centimeter. So given a parallel plate capacitor, a parallel plate capacitor has a square plate, and that square plates are of side 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and separated by a distance, how much? Of 1 millimeter. This was the data given. What are asked? Number 1, calculate the capacitance of the capacitor. So you are asked to calculate the capacitance of the capacitor, C. Then what is the next option? B. If a 10 volt battery is connected to the capacitor, what is the charge stored in any one of the plate? So charge stored in any one of the plate is asked when a battery of 10 volts is connected. When a battery of 10 volt is connected to the capacitor. So this is the problem. So very well, you can take your book to page number 57. So this is considered to be available in page number 57. In that page number 57, example problem 1.20. Come on, go through the problem again. A parallel plate capacitor has a square plate of side 5 centimeter and is separated by a distance of 1 millimeter. Calculate the capacitance of this capacitor. First of all, let us do that. So I can write the datas that are being given. What are the datas? A parallel plate capacitor, square plate of side. Let us mention the side as A. It is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. If A is the side, what is the area of the plate? Area of the plate is side into side. So I can write 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into 5 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So 25 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter square is considered to be its area. Now we can calculate the capacitance of the capacitor. So the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor is given by the formula epsilon 0 into A divided by D. What is the value of epsilon 0? Epsilon 0 is 8.854 or 8.85 into 10 to the power of minus 12. In your book, the value is given, but the unit is given in a wrong manner. The unit is Coulomb square per Newton meter square. Multiplied it with the area. Area is 25 into 10 to the power of minus 4 whole divided by the distance between the plates. See, we can write the data that is separated by a distance of 1 millimeter. So the distance D is equal to 1 millimeter, that is 10 to the power of minus 3 meter. So substitute here 10 power minus 3. On simplifying, you can get the answer, and the answer available is 221.2 into 10 power minus 13 farads. That was the answer. So you can simplify this, or you can rewrite this in another way. The capacitance C is equal to, we can write like this, 22.12 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farads. 10 power minus 12 is pico. So we can say it out as 22.12 picofarads. This is the value of the capacitance, that is 22.12 picofarad. So this is the first answer for the first option. What is the second one? See, you are asked to calculate the charge stored in one of the plates when a battery of 10 volt is connected to a capacitor. So let us go for the next one. What is that option B? Option B is you are asked to calculate the charge stored. The potential connected is considered to be 10 volt. See, we know that in general, the capacitance of the capacitor is given by the formula C is equal to Q by V. Therefore, Q equal to C into V. As we have calculated the value of C here, 22.12 picofarad can be written as 10 to the power of minus 12. Multiplied it with the potential V. What is the potential? Potential we can write it out as 10. So I can consider this value for charge as 221.2. 22.12 is multiplied it with the 10. So 221.2 into 10 to the power of minus 12. Charge is calculated. So it is measured in terms of the unit called to be coulomb. So total charge available Q equal to, we can rewrite as 221.2 picocoulomb. So this we are calling it out as the total charge that was being stored. This we can take, or this we can consider it as example number 1.20. Now take to next problem, that is problem number 1.21. So problem number 1.21 available after 2 or 3 pages. That is in the page 62 you can get that problem. Come on, take your book and go with the problem number 1.21. So I will be reading that problem. You also follow the problem with the help of your book, and then let us write the data given. So problem is example problem number 1.21 available in the page number 62. So take your book and turn to page number 62. See, the problem is a parallel plate capacitor filled with mica having dielectric constant epsilon r equal to 5 is connected to a 10 volt battery. First of all, write the data. A parallel plate capacitor filled with mica having a dielectric constant of epsilon r is equal to 5 is connected to a battery of 10 volt. So potential available in the battery V is equal to 10 volt. The area of the parallel plate is 6 meters square. So the area of the plate, let us consider it as capital A. Area of the plate given as 6 meters square. And the separation distance is 6 millimeter. Separation distance is represented as D. Given as 6 millimeter. So I can write 6 into 10 power minus 3 meter. What are the questions asked? Option A. See, find the capacitance and stored charge. Find the capacitance means what is the value of the capacitance? What is the value of the stored charge? But in your book they have also calculated epsilon, that is energy. So let us calculate all the three in the first case. In between the two plates you are having dielectric constant phi. At that time, what is the capacitance? That is C. What is the charge stored in the plates? Q. What is the energy stored in the capacitor? Option B. What is the next option they have asked? After the capacitor is fully charged, the battery is disconnected and the dielectric is removed. So, dielectric is removed. Next concept, the dielectric is said to get removed. Then battery is disconnected. Battery got disconnected. Then after removing the battery and after removing the dielectric, what are the new values of, again they are asking, what is the new value of capacitance? Let us consider it as Z0, because after removing the dielectric, in between the two plates you are having air medium. If air is the dielectric, the capacitance, let us take it out as C0. Then what else they have asked? Stored energy and charge. So let us take like this. Charge is stored as Q0 and energy stored as epsilon 0. Come on. First of all, let us consider the part A. What is that part A? Option A. See, you are asked to calculate the capacitance when the capacitor is filled with the dielectric. So when the capacitance is filled with the dielectric, it is given by the formula epsilon 0 into epsilon r into A divided by D. What is the value of epsilon 0? As we know, 8.854 or 8.85 into 10 to the power of minus 12 into epsilon r given as 5. What is the area? 6 meters square whole divided by, what is the distance? It is 6 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Now you can cancel this 6 and this 6. 10 power minus 3. Here on cancelling, you can write it out as 10 power minus 9. So what will be your answer? So the answer is equal to, multiply 5 into 5, 25, again 2, 40 plus 2, 42, 40 plus 2, 42. So you are getting it as 42.2. Okay, so I am getting the answer as 42.25 into 10 to the power of minus 9. Here capacitance is being calculated, so the answer is in terms of farad. See, when you are considering your answer, it is 42.25 into 10 power minus 9. Remove that minus, minus 9, you can write it out as nanofarads. So the answer is 42.25 nanofarad is considered to be the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor with the dielectric medium. Then what is the next question asked? See, in that option A itself, the next question asked is, what is the charge stored in the capacitor? So the charge, let us consider A la first subdivision. Similarly, second subdivision in A. What is the charge stored? We know that the capacitance is given by the formula C is equal to Q by V. Therefore, the charge stored Q is equal to C into V. So Q equal to, what is this C? It is 42.25 into 10 to the power of minus 9 multiplied it with the potential difference. What is the potential connected? 10 volt. So I can write it out as, you multiply this 42.25 with the 10, you will be getting 422.5 into 10 power minus 9 coulomb. Or I can write it out as 422.5 nanocoulomb is the amount of charge that was being stored. Okay, what is the next one? See, in your book they have asked only to But while they are calculating, they have also calculated the energy stored. So let us calculate what is the energy stored in this capacitor. So third subdivision is the energy stored. So let us write the energy stored is equal to epsilon. See, we know the energy stored is given by the formula half into C into V square. Just substitute half into what is the value of the capacitance. The value of the capacitance, it was being calculated as 42.25 into 10 to the power of minus 9 farad multiplied it with V. V is 10. So V square here, V square is, I can write it out as 10 square. So on simplifying, when you are dividing this, you will be able to get 1.125 multiplied it with 10 power minus 9 into 100 or 10 power 2. So I can write it out as 21.125 into 10 power minus 7 joule, because energy. See, I can simplify this also like this. Epsilon is equal to, I can write like this, 2.1125 into 10 to the power of minus 6 joule. On removing 10 power minus 6, I can write it out as micro. So microjoule. What is its microjoule? 2.1125 microjoule is the amount of energy that was being stored in what? That was being stored in the capacitor. So this is the first subdivision. In this first subdivision A, you are being asked to calculate all these three when the capacitor is having a dielectric inside. Now, let us move on to the next one. What is the next one? Option 2. That is the second subdivision here. That is B. What they have asked. See, in B, they have asked to calculate all the three. Capacitance C0, then charge Q0, then potential energy epsilon naught, after removing dielectric and battery got disconnected So already while we are studying this theory, introduction of dielectric in two cases, connected with battery and connected without battery, we have taken that, or we have studied that when the battery is disconnected, the total charge will be always same. The total charge never changes. So, and you just consider an important point. If the battery got disconnected, after the capacitor is fully charged. After the capacitor fully charged, the charge remains same. The charge remains same. Charge never changes. So I can say the answer Q0 is equal to Q. What is the value of Q? In the previous case, we have calculated the value of Q as 422.5 microcoulomb. That is considered to be the charge. So I can write Q0 equal to Q equal to 422.5 microcoulomb or nanocoulomb. Sorry, it is considered to be nanocoulomb, I think so. So we have to write it out as nanocoulomb NC. So this we are considering it as the answer for the second part. What is the charge stored in the capacitor after the removal of dielectric? Okay. Let us move on to the first one. What is the first one? What is the capacitance of the capacitor? What is the capacitance of the capacitor after removal of what? After the removal of the dielectric. See, when you are removing the dielectric, we can say like this. C is equal to epsilon 0 into A by D. This is the known formula. Or let us write it as E0. When you are considering C, after introducing dielectric, the formula is epsilon 0, epsilon R into A by D. Comparing these two equations, I can write capacitance C is equal to, see this alone, when you are taking this, it is C0 multiplied it with epsilon R. Therefore, I can write C0 is equal to C divided by epsilon R. What is the capacitance we have calculated in the previous case? See, the capacitance that we have calculated in the previous case is 42.25 nanofarad. You take this value of C and substitute in this equation. So what will be the answer? So on substituting, you are getting it as 42.25 whole divided by 5, and the capacitance measured in terms of nanofarad. So what will be the answer then? Or you can write like this, 42.25 into 10 to the power of minus 9 divided by 5. Simplify, you will be getting it out as 8.85 into 10 to the power of, into 10 power minus 9 farads. Or the capacitance when you are having air in between the two plates is C0 equal to 8.85 into 10 to the power of minus 9 farad, or I can write 8.85 nanofarads. So this we are taking it out as the capacitance value when dielectric is removed. What is the next concept? The third one asked is, what is the energy stored in the capacitor? Isn't it? Find the capacitance and stored energy. What is the stored energy? See, again, you go for the formula. So the next one, we have to calculate the stored energy after removing the dielectric. Let us consider it as epsilon 0. See, again, we can use the same formula, that is half into C into V square, or I can consider half into Q square divided by C. Here, charge is considered to be constant. See the capacitance when you are considering air medium. Both the equations are correct. Here if you are writing, I have to write Z0 V square. Here battery is removed. When the battery is removed, we are not having the potential. We have to write it out in terms of charge. So we are not using this formula and I am using this. So half into, what is the charge moved or what is the charge stored? See, here I have written the charge stored is 422.5 nanocoulomb. So I can write here as into 422.5 into 10 power minus 9 the whole square divided by, what is this C0? C0 we have calculated as 8.85 into 10 to the power of minus 9. So you simplify this and you get an answer, one method, or we can go in another way. See, we can write like this, epsilon 0 is equal to half into, see I can write Q square divided by 2 into C0, isn't it? Okay, but what is C0? C0 is equal to, we have calculated C divided by epsilon R. since C is equal to C0 into epsilon R. Take this and substitute here. Therefore, I can write epsilon 0 equal to half into Q square divided by, instead of C0, it is C by epsilon R, which is equal to half into Q square into epsilon R divided by C. What is this? Q square, half into Q square by C is nothing but epsilon. Multiplied it with epsilon R. So, what is this epsilon? Epsilon we have calculated here. What is the energy stored in the previous case? We have calculated 2.1125 microjoule. You take that value and substitute 2.1125 microjoule. So, we can substitute it here. So, epsilon 0 equal to, this epsilon is 2.21125 into 10 to the power of minus 6, multiplied it with, what is the value of epsilon R? 5. So on multiplying, you can get the answer. 5 into 5, 25, 10 plus 2, 12, 5 plus 1, 6, then you will be getting 5, 5 into 2, 10, again 1, 10, 5 into 2, 10, 10 plus 1, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you are getting the answer as 11.05625 into 10 to the power of minus 6 joule, which can be simplified as 11.05 into 10 to the power of minus 6 joule, or removing 10 power minus 6, I can get the value of the energy stored epsilon 0 as 11.05 microjoule. This is the energy stored in the capacitor after removing the dielectric and the air occupieds. Okay. Now, we have calculated two energies. One of the energy, I am saying it as the energy stored in the capacitor while the dielectric is said to be available. That is 2.1125 microjoule. After this dielectric is removed, okay, after this dielectric is removed, we have calculated the energy stored as 11.05. So, from these two, we can able to calculate the energy difference. So, after removing, the energy has decreased. So, introducing a dielectric will increase the capacitance and it will also increase the energy. So, I can calculate the energy difference. What is the energy difference? Energy difference is equal to epsilon minus epsilon 0. Epsilon is 2.21. We can write like this, 2.21 minus epsilon 0 is 11.05. Both in microjoule. So, and the answer also you will be getting it in microjoules. If that is the case, the change in energy is 8.84 microjoule as its answer. Simplify and get the answer. You get the difference. Okay, you just get the difference. You will be getting the answer. So let us take this as change in energy. So from this, what you can able to conclude? What is the conclusion? Conclusion is, when you are removing the dielectric, an external agency has to do an work in order to store, because in order to overcome the stored energy. So we can say like this, when a capacitor is filled up with the dielectric, and if the capacitance is removed from that, the dielectric is removed from that capacitance, capacitor also decreases and the energy stored also decreases, or vice versa. In an capacitor with the air medium, if another dielectric medium is introduced, then we will be able to get the capacitance to be increased and energy also to be increased. Hope you should have understood this. Let us see the remaining two problems in the next video. Thank you.